Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for Thursday, February 12th, 2015. Okay, yesterday's announcements. Petroleum status report. I don't think that there's anything much out of line, except that inventories are building. But for the Treasury budget, which we wanted to take a look at today, we can see that they ran a deficit for the month of January, as expected, and revenues are up, but spending is up also. So here's Medicare costs reflecting Obamacare here are up 9.9% so far this fiscal year, which started in October. And then here we can see, well, you can read this for yourself. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but just suffice to say that they were expecting a deficit of 18.5, and it came in at 17.5 negative. So kind of in line, I guess you could say. For today, we have jobless claims and retail sales both at 8:30, business inventories at 10 o'clock, and a couple of minor announcements at 4:30 after the market closes. Tomorrow we have import and export prices and consumer sentiment. Let's see what's going on across the ponds. Asia is almost 100% in the green, and Europe is 100% in the green, and a pretty solid one. And probably this Ukraine ceasefire deal probably has something to do with that, but I don't really think that that's going to last if you are asking my opinion. But probably nobody's asking my opinion anyway, so let's move on. Take a look at the futures here. We're going to get a nice pop, probably because of that news. Gold is still below $12.50. Oil is at $50, up a tad from yesterday. The dollar's at 94.7, and the euro US dollar is at $1.13.3, both down overnight. Okay, two trades for yesterday. Apple hit, and let's see here. Let's make sure I got the right dates here. Yeah, Apple hit the limit yesterday, and we exited on that. It's a nice little 27-cent gain. There was 4 lots on that one. And then I got into NDX. I'm a little bit concerned about Visa, since that is a negative delta trade, and the market, I think, is going to take off pretty strongly today. So I think that what I am going to do here on NDX is I'm going to adjust these limit orders that I have. I probably will change them now to maybe 20 cents, maybe 10 cents, because they're going to expire today. So I'm just going to put them in at a nickel, and we'll get out of them before they close. So I'll be changing all these over to a nickel. Yeah, I'll still pay a transaction fee on that. That's okay, but I can live with that. It's only $2.50 and could make a lot on this. So I'll change the rest of them in a moment. Alright, let's start out with the A+ list and get our scan going here. Okay, so here's Apple, this trade from yesterday, which is no longer there, so we can remove these. That was a nice move on Apple yesterday. So now we're wait for the next opportunity here, and we have to change this over to our target. So that opportunity should come around here. Amazon. had a nice hookup on Amazon, but we didn't get confirmation on the MACD, and from a price perspective, it's just kind of moving sideways. So we can wait another day, or maybe even two on Amazon. Although, I don't know, I think we can only wait one more day on Amazon. Boeing, moving sideways, not interested right now. Alibaba, just kind of keeping an eye on this one, still wondering if we should keep them on our list or not. We may have another opportunity for entry here if it starts another leg down. BIDU, we had earnings last night. They didn't really do all that hot. Let's see how they're doing this morning. Yeah, they were looking at a roughly $12 move here, so they're at 214, so they're at maybe about a $20 move here. A little bit outside this $12 range here. Not happy, I guess. So I would say that one of the things you might want to consider is an overnight trade on BIDU, and I'm going to put that down on my list. And that would be, I guess, what I would call a post-earnings play. So if we're looking at a roughly 30 delta, and it's really hard to tell right now, but you should be able to get, like $10 outside the at-the-money price here. So if we're saying that it's going to open, let's say at 195, we should be able to get something at 205 with about a 30 delta for a nice overnight trade, and that could be profitable. All right, Chipotle. Yeah, Chipotle's moving back up, so I would imagine that they're going to close this gap pretty quickly, and this target here may not be correct. So I think we need to just wait a little bit longer on them. I'll just get rid of that drawing, and then sort of start from scratch, reset on Chipotle. Costco, they had their dividend declared for people that own the stock yesterday, so good for them. We have to wait for that one to settle down a little bit too. And here's the Dow, definitely staying outside this formerly resistance trend line here, which is now support. And we'll be making a nice move up today. Gold still suppressed here. It's good for our trade in a way. Google still running sideways, and you can see just by looking at the MACD down here, which indicates momentum, there isn't any. It's just riding right along the zero line. LinkedIn, big gap to fill here. See, now if we would have done one of those post-earnings plays on this, that would have worked out real nice and done a bull put. That would have worked out good. NDX, we still need to wait for them to settle down a little bit. I don't think we'll have any problem with NDX today. This will expire this afternoon when the market closes. Well, I think it expires tomorrow morning, or expires today based on tomorrow morning's price. So we definitely do not want to stay in this, even though we may be out of the money, because you just never know what could happen overnight. Netflix doesn't look good, but it's moving sideways for us, this trade here, which will expire this week. For Mike, I think it is. They're not doing so hot. Would have been good if would have condorized this, but didn't do that. Because you don't know. You could do an iron condor on the other side, and then you could end up, well, actually you couldn't, because it moved above you. What you could have done was reversed position. But, hindsight's always 20/20. All right, Priceline. We have earnings coming up, so we'll just kind of take a pass on that one. And here's this Russell trade, which worked out really well this week. So we can, I think that what I'm going to do is put them down for a bull put today. I think it's kind of ripe for that. We have, the weekly looks like it's rolling over, and the daily is definitely in an uptrend. So I'm calling this a alert. No, a setup. A setup on the rut. But it's Thursday. I think I'm going to have to take a pass on it. Let me think about that. Let me think about that during the day today, and I'll figure out exactly what it is I might be doing with that. It could just be a day trade. We'll take a look at that. I'll put them in the setup here, and that would be for today's expiration. And we'll see what happens there. SPX might be kind of the same story. Yes, it is. It's definitely just blowing past that resistance. And it looks like it might be flipping over on the weekly. So that might be good for a day trade today, too. All right. On Tesla, I wouldn't go into next week, but if you do go into next week on SPX, you have to do SPX PM, the safer trade. Well, Tesla lost money. I would imagine that. Let's see how bad it is. 212 to 196. Not all that bad. Already traded 30,000 shares. Tesla might be a day trade on the bear call side too. So we'll call it a post earnings play. And that would be a bear call, same as BIDU. And then Visa is the one that I'm a little bit worried about today. Any hint at where it might be headed? No. Well, it could be headed up. Looking at the bid ask here, 270. I don't think I can absorb something up to 270. So that this could be a loser for this week. We'll have to see how that goes. All right, so that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. The sound in the background is company, so I don't even know if you can hear it or not. Yeah, I guess I can see it registering on a meter, but not too bad. I'm blowing it out myself. So, yeah, thanks again for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.